here we are in the what I will call the Mars anteroom. It has some information about the upcoming Mars rover, and we have Bill Schmachtenberg here, standing over there in the red shirt, near the rover, and he will introduce himself and tell us first his general philosophy that he's working on now. He is the builder of this place, and he is a PhD in earth sciences. And of course, now that also makes him, I guess, an authority in Mars sciences, now that we've got that available. So Bill, why don't you introduce yourself, tell us your background, and tell us what you're primarily interested in doing with this capability.
Sure. Hey, Selby, thanks so much for doing this interview. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, my name is Bill Schmachtenberg. I'm a earth science teacher in Southwest Virginia at a local high school, and I've taught there for over 30 years. Earth science. I've also taught at the college level at Ferrum College for almost 20 years. And my specialty is paleontology and fossils. And recently I'm branching out. I'm very interested in the question of whether there are fossils on Mars, and the mission that JPL is going to be launching in July of 2020 especially interests me. And what I like about this this model here especially is I've been looking at current software and platforms that exist. And as all of you know, education is going to look very different for the 2020-2021 school year as compared to any other time that we've ever taught. More and more schools are going to be doing either fully online instruction or a hybrid model, where they're going to be using more and more Chromebooks that are issued to students. They're going to be using learning management software such as Canvas and Google Classroom. And this summer, I'm in the process of reviewing some of those programs. And what concerns me is that a lot of the software that's planned to be used is pretty basic. I mean, it does a good job of covering the state standards. It consists of listing the objectives and showing some videos, and then giving some multiple choice quizzes. What I'm concerned about is that it doesn't provide a rich learning experience for students. It doesn't go beyond the basics. So even though most science programs start off talking about collecting data and the scientific method, some of the units that I've looked at have very little data in them, even though there exists a lot in the scientific literature at museums or in the field. So I'm trying to produce supplements, and I'm working with the state of Virginia this summer to provide supplemental material that teachers can use to enrich it. And I also think web-based worlds like 3D web worlds, and the room we're standing in now, are an awesome platform for giving students that opportunity to conduct experiments when it's going to be hard to do that in real life. Some teachers I've heard have already said, I don't want to do labs in the laboratory because I'm worried about cleaning all the materials and the specimens, rock samples, whatever. Field trips are going to be harder because we don't even want to put kids on buses to get them to school, let alone to put them into the field. There's a lot of challenges here, whereas 3D web worlds like this will run on a Chromebook. It'll run in a popular learning management system like Canvas. There's a lot more that we can do using a program like this to enrich the learning experience rather than some of the traditional programs that are out there. So I hope that helps.
Okay, so, and of course, you actually have here a device that is to go to Mars, and it will go on its own field trip, and nobody will go with it. So the students will be in the same situation as the NASA people. They will all be here on Earth, but it will still be a scientific data collector device.